Okay, and to finish off the class section, we're going to go with the Scout class, aka the Sniper class. Every 10-year-old's dream. You'll start off with this marksman rifle. You get other ones unlocked as you go through. You get carbines and other kinds of stuff like that. I say stick with the gun you got right now. There are some that have auto-loading and some that load a little faster. So you can pick which one you want to use the way you go through it. I haven't used it very much. Maybe I'm using the bare minimum with this. But I do see a lot of snipers in the game, though, so keep that in mind. Sidearms the same, don't worry about that. You get the flare gun. The flare gun reveals enemies in your area. You want to keep that also. There's another version, I think. Oh yeah, that blinds players. Yeah, you want to have that also, possibly. It does help in some areas. You get that automatically. You get a transparent scope. That helps when you want to just see enemies from far away, but you don't want to go up and cover. It helps a lot in battle. You get a sniper shield. Haven't really used this, but it does come in handy in some areas. One thing I can tell you is that I've never seen anyone use this shield. Probably because they can shoot right through that little hole right there, and that's it. You get a sniper decoy. I've seen those around. They're funny, and they're not very effective. Long story short, don't bother. You get tripwire bombs. I see these used quite a bit, and they do help. So if you can't, go ahead and set them up. You got gas bombs, and you got incendiary ones, too. So you want to practice with those and see how effective they are in battle. I tried them out once or twice. They work. But again, people usually see them when they come around corners, so I don't recommend them 100%. Now your second gadget off the bat, of course, is arcade bullets. Long story short, armor-piercing rounds. You can shoot through vehicles with these things. Yes, it comes in handy because if you know where the driver's at in a tank, or in another vehicle, you can shoot through that armor, take out that driver, and then that vehicle's disabled right then and there. So that comes in handy. Alright, that being said, I'll show you how to use it. Okay. So obviously sniper class. You got a scope on it. It's not a 12x scope like some other games have, or even the old Battlefield games have. Some of them had like a 12x scope. I think Battlefield 4 had a 16x scope, which was really long. But one thing I want to mention about the scopes in this game. What you want to do, go to your options, go to your controls. See where it says steady scope? Steady scope? I can't even say things correctly nowadays. It's going to be set to hold by default. Set it to press. Makes things a lot easier. The reason why is this. You see how my scope's wobbling a little bit? It's really hard to track your shots by doing that. But if I click on the left stick, it stops. And it allows you to shoot your targets much more easily. Okay. Got your sidearm, obviously. Got your flare gun. I recommend shooting it in the air, because that'll expose all the enemies in your area. You can't see it right now because there's no one else on this map but me, but it does help. And of course we got these armor-piercing rounds. Push right in the D-pad and you got them in there. I don't know if that vehicle will blow up when I use them, but it does quite a bit of damage, as you can see. I don't know if it'll blow up. Let me see if I can... Yeah, that's it. I used them all up. Yeah, again, armor-piercing rounds come in handy for when you want to take out the driver of a vehicle. Trust me, it helps. It really does. Or if you know where the gas tank is, you can shoot that also. Now, of course, now comes the big thing. How do you use a sniper class in this game? Well, in Battlefields 3 and 4, we had high-rise buildings in those games, and that made sniping a little too easy. And it was a nightmare for anyone else, because, like in Battlefield 4, some of the maps had really tall buildings, and they'd just be loaded with snipers up there. Like, I'm not kidding. It'd be just loaded with them, and they're pretty damn impossible to take out almost. Unless you're a really good shot and you know use a sniper rifle as good as they do, you're not going to take them out. This game, the highest you're going to go here is maybe 2 or 3 floors, so you already don't have much of an advantage. what most snipers do in the game. In this map, sometimes they go up top. Like they'll go up here, lay down, and then they'll keep an eye on their flag in the base. Let me see if I can... Yes! Fall down there. Where's the base at? I know it's here, I just gotta see it. There it is. What most people do is they'll keep an eye on the base and make sure no one takes it over. Okay, so that's one thing you could do. Now, what usually happens in other maps is that the buildings get taken out very quickly. Because people know that's where snipers usually hide, and so do campers. What the best snipers in the game do is they look for like a pile of rubble. Like, let's say like this one right here. They get real low. Get up high enough to where they got a nice little spot to look out of. And then they stay here, and they keep an eye out for people coming down streets and other places too. Because it's very hard to get hit when you're behind a pile of rubble like this. Or garbage, or maybe even short-range walls, stuff like that. Let's find another example here. Maybe a better example over here. And so anywhere where you can actually get a good shot at, and not get hit as much, that's where you want to focus on when you're being a sniper in this game. Okay? Don't focus on quick scoping. It's not going to happen in this game because I mentioned this earlier, but there's no aim assist in this game at all. So you can't just click on the left stick and hit somebody. You really have to learn how to aim, and you really have to learn how to hit them. It's not going to be that easy. So if you think you're a good sniper on Call of Duty, you come in here, you're going to learn that you're not. You're going to have to learn the old-fashioned way how to actually be good at it. The good news is, once you get good at it, you're going to love it. And that's basically it. So thank you for watching, and you all take care.